Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nick from Big Ends Gaming. Welcome back to another MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty videos. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys roster update predictions. We did this last time. The video did incredibly well, so thank you for the support, and I'm here again. Last video, we were pretty dang successful, made a lot of stubs, so I'm back again. So let's get into it. The first card I'm going to talk about now. Before we start, actually, I have to say a few things. The overall prices of live series cards completely crashed on Friday. I don't know why. It may be because of the Player of the Month program, but yeah, prices dipped all across the board. So for example, this Wander Franco, he's only $2,200 and he's normally more expensive. Like, look at that decrease. So Wander Franco, I don't think is going to go diamond this update, but because he has had like a worse week than he has for the beginning of the season. But I did want to mention him because you should be buying him now. Not the buy now, but like you should be putting in orders now while he's at his lowest price. Because this is definitely a good investment, investing in Wander Franco. If we go to the Blue Jays, let's talk about Alek Manoah. Alek Manoah, man, he has been unbelievable. So far to start the season, 1.45 ERA, 32 strikeouts, 0.84 whip, and he is 1,100 stubs. He's 100% going diamond if he continues the way he's been pitching. He might honestly go diamond this update. Like, if they're feeling a little generous, he could go diamond this update. Next, we're going to talk about Jordan Romano. Now, Jordan Romano was in my last video. He only went up one. He's definitely going to go to gold this update. He got a Player of the Month card. 1.35 ERA with 12 saves. He leads the league in saves still, and he's around 372. So, yeah, not an amazing investment, but I wanted to mention him because he was cheaper when I got him, and he was in the last video, and I think he's going to go gold. The next guy that we're going to talk about is on the Seattle Mariners. There are two players on the Seattle Mariners. Ty France. Now, Ty France is kind of like Wander Franco, where I don't think he's going to go diamond this update, but it's smart to buy him now because he's $1,500, and Ty France has been very good so far this season. He had a 292 week with batting average. I don't like to use just batting average, but it's just something that I don't know. But anyway, he had a pretty good week, but it was a little worse than the beginning of the season. He could probably, I think he's going to go to an 84, but he's just so cheap. So you should buy him right now. Same thing with Logan Gilbert. Like, if we look at the marketplace, he dropped a ton. Logan Gilbert this season, 1.36 ERA, 33 strikeouts, 1.09 whip, and he's 520 stubs. If he continues to pitch like this, this is going to be a steal. That's 2,500 per. I didn't know this was Spanish class, but 2,500 per investment or per card that you buy if he goes diamond, if you buy him right now. So I highly recommend you guys buy some of him right now. He did have his first not elite start. He had 5 innings and 3 earned runs, which is still really good, but it isn't like what he was doing. So yeah, Logan Gilbert, buy his cards now because he is very cheap for what he is doing right now. Let's go to the Miami Marlins. It's kind of the same story for Pablo Lopez. Now, Pablo Lopez overall in the season, 1.29 ERA, and he did have a pretty meh start in his last start, which is what raised that ERA, but overall he's been great. I don't think he's going to go up too much in this update, but his price is just so low and his overall season stats are just too good for me to not mention and not invest in. I have 50 Pablo Lopez's. I recommend you guys buy them now because he's so cheap. Next is going to be someone new on the Mets. It's going to be Mark Canha. Mark Canha on the year is hitting .333 with a 789 OPS. That contact versus lefties and righties should both go up, and the power versus righties can go up a little. I think that this is a nice investment. If he goes gold, you'll be making 200 subs per card that you bought with Mark Canha. The next card that I'm going to talk about is on the St. Louis Cardinals. And when I saw the ERA leaders, I was so shocked to see him. Miles Mikolas. Nobody knows how good this dude is doing, but he's doing phenomenally. 1.54 ERA, 28 strikeouts, a .99 whip, and he's around 281, but if you invest in him now, it goes up to like an 82, 83, you'll make a decent amount of stubs. Moving on to the Diamondbacks, Merrill Kelly I invested in the last video. He went up to 76, so he went from bronze to silver. And on the season, Merrill Kelly has the lowest ERA out of all qualifying starting pitchers. He's around 300. Merrill Kelly, if you listened to me last time, this is going to be a great investment because he was literally like less than 100 stubs, and now he's probably going to get close to gold this update. He also has 34 strikeouts and a 1.03 whip. The next guy I'm going to talk about is going to be on the Padres, and there are two pitchers on the Padres that I want to talk about. Joe Musgrove. Now, Joe Musgrove is an 83 overall. He went from an 80 to an 83 in the last update. Last year, he went diamond. He has been very good. Joe Musgrove on the season has a 1.97 ERA. He has 33 strikeouts. He has a .91 whip, and he is 1,300. I think he can go diamond this update, and if he does go to an 85, that is around 1,600 stubs per card you buy. That is an insanely profitable investment. Just like the Kevin Gausman from the last video, I think that you guys should definitely invest in him. And it's the same thing for Taylor Rogers, honestly. Taylor Rogers, so far this season, he has not given up an earned run in this entire season, and he has 11 saves, and he's 1,500. He's definitely going to go diamond either this update or the next update, unless he starts playing like crap. I just don't get it. I don't get why these two cards are so damn cheap. They are really good chances of going diamond. And I just don't get why they're so cheap. Like, all these cards are so cheap. Like, you guys have to invest now. If I had to pick one card, it would probably be Taylor Rogers, honestly. Like, he's been so good. Or Joe Musgrove. But these two are honestly, like, the safest investments in my opinion. Now, for Logan Webb, he is not really going to change that much this update. His season ERA is like 3.26, I think. And his most recent start was 5 innings, 3 runs against the Nationals. But he did give up a lot of hits. But the thing about Logan Webb is he is starting tonight, the day of this video. So if he does very well, you could definitely see him go up. And this is just a very long-term investment, in my opinion, for him to go diamond. I think that he is an incredible pitcher. And I think that he will go diamond later on in the year. So if you want a long-term investment, go for Logan Webb. One thing I want to mention about Luis Severino, I invested in him in the last video. He didn't really change. I have 51 of him. I'm holding on to him because he has shown some elite stuff this year. But his ERA is a little high. He's not going to change this update because the Yankees haven't been playing. Like, they've missed 3 days in a row because of rain delays. He's probably going to have one more start before this update. I don't expect him to go gold this update, but the following update, I think he will. So I'm just holding on to my Severinos. I will sell them if he starts to play pretty poorly. His last start was meh. It was like 5 innings, 4 runs, I think. Or 5 innings, 3 runs. It was 5 innings, 3 runs. But keep this guy on your radar, because if he continues to pitch like the 2018 Sevy like he did for the entirety of the month of April, except that last start against Kansas City, he's definitely going to go gold. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. One last thing I want to say in regards to my investments that went diamond, I decided to sell them. And what I'm doing, I don't know. Here, I'm just going to go to Live Series and Blue Jays. Like Kevin Gausman, I sold my Gausmans. I sold my Rodons, but I kept everyone else. I'm going to be selling my diamonds when they go through because, I don't know, that's a ton of stubs that I just want to use. And basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the stubs that I made off of my investments that go to diamond and strictly using that amount of stubs on more investments. So it's just growing exponentially. That's the way I'm doing it. As cards go up in tiers, if they go from silver to gold or bronze to silver, I will be holding on to them until they play like pretty badly. And once they go to diamond, I will be selling them even though they could continue to go up. And I will use those stubs, 100% of those stubs, on different investments, just so my stub count for Live Series updates just goes up exponentially, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, Nate from Big Ends Gaming. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.